This is my skincare inventory. I have 458 products spread amongst 14 different categories. Let me show you what we're working with. This is my pre-cleanse category here. I have 5 cleansing balms as well as 3 cleansing oils. I think I would like to use them all up and then dwindle this down to maybe just 1 cleansing oil and 1 cleansing balm. My favorite cleansing balms right now are the Pharmacy Green Clean, but it's a little bit too expensive for me, so I would probably replace it with the Vanilla Co. Clean It Zero cleansing balm in the Vita Pumpkin, the one that smells like cucumbers, oddly enough. And I haven't found my favorite cleansing oil yet, but I think I just want one of each. I have 94 cleansers. 26 of them are in the cloth form here. I have 19 of them in this powder wash. I have 17 of them in this powder wash, 16 of them in this powder wash, and then the rest are here in gel, cream, a couple of enzyme washes, kind of like a mix of things. But that is 94 products in total. What am I even doing? This is my toner and essence inventory. I have about 20 different products here, and this needs to be down to about 1 or 2. I don't really have a favorite in this category. Actually, that's a lie. I really like this Keep Cool and Soothe, but you can't buy that anymore. So I don't really have a favorite that I can repurchase anymore, but I really need to get a hold of this category. Unfortunately, a lot of the products in this category right now are expired, and that is why they are in my 26 in 2026 project pan to try and use them up before they actually go bad. And hopefully I can get through them because I have a lot of toners. So like I said, I would really like to dwindle this down. I think ideally maybe 1 or 2. I laugh because maybe 3 or 4. Let's go with 3 or 4. Have a little bit of variety. But I definitely have my work cut out for me. These are my serums. I have 22 of them. 6 of them are my retinol, which I am definitely going to be keeping in my inventory. However, the rest of them are ones that I've kind of accumulated from purchasing, as well as my advent calendar. My advent calendar this year gave me 8 different serums. So now I have a lot of serums to go through. So personally for me, I don't really know what I like when it comes to serums, aside from the fact that I do like my minimalist vitamin C and E and ferulic acid serum here. I really do enjoy this one. But other than that, I am still kind of going between things to try and figure out what it is that I exactly like. So I don't mind trying new things out. However, I definitely don't think that I need 22 of them on hand. So I would really like to kind of dwindle this down and maybe have about 5 or 6 while I'm trying to figure things out. I think that would be ideal. So I have a long ways to go, and I definitely need to make sure that I keep on top of expiry dates, which luckily for my retinol is not until 2028. These are my moisturizers. Believe it or not, but about a month, no, not a month, maybe about 2 months ago, I had one singular moisturizer and I was about to be out. So I ordered a couple from Stylovana and they didn't come in, and so I went to Marshall's and I picked a couple up, and all of a sudden we now have 12 things of moisturizers. So it's funny how quickly things kind of escalate. But yeah, just literally 2 months ago this category had 1 product in it, but this is my current stash of moisturizers. I would really like to get this back down to maybe 1 or 2. I think 2, because it's like when you run out of one, to have one on hand, that would be nice. I think that's a good way of doing it. But I don't have a favorite here. I'm still trying to figure things out, especially in the winter. Like, my skin changes a lot between winter and summer here. So right now I'm trying to figure out a nice winter's cream, and then I'll have to do it all over again in the summer. But that's okay. Anyways, this is my moisturizer collection, and I would really just like to dwindle this down. This is a category that kind of just exploded out of nowhere for me. This is the eye cream category. I have 7 different products here. I'm using the eye cream in the back, the Sol 1988. I was using that on my body, on my face, as well as in my eye area, so it wasn't just kind of an eye product. But the Tear and the Skin 1004 I got in my advent calendar. The Pretty Skin I got as a free thing from Stylovana. And then I don't know why, but I picked up the Pyeongking Yule as a small travel size the last time I made an order to Stylevana. So now I've got 7 eye creams to make it through when this category used to be 0. So I would really like to get this category back down to 0 just because I don't really use an eye cream. Like the only time I really wish I had an eye cream was when my dermatitis flares up, but I haven't found one that is in a reasonable price range because the only one that I like is the Fresh Creme and Shein, and that is like $250, and I am not shelling money out for that. So I would really like my eye cream category to be 0, and hopefully I can just find a good moisturizer for when my dermatitis flares up. So I've got a small amount of eye area, but a lot of cream to use up. This almost feels refreshing. Just one singular neck cream, but the only thing is, I don't think I really need a neck cream currently. I don't, like, the person that I got this recommendation from, I really enjoy a lot of the things that she recommends, so I was like, oh, if she says this is good, I just want to try it, so I picked it up. But I don't think I was really in the market for a neck cream, so I'd really like to bring this category back down to 0 for now. However, in the future when I am in the market for a neck cream, this one does seem to be pretty good, so I'll enjoy it while it lasts, but I'd like to get this back to 0. These are my wash-off treatments, and I like to think that I have this category pretty much under control. I think 3 is a really good number here. I have the Round Lab Moisturizing Wash-Off Pack, the Beauty of Joseon Rice and Honey, and then the New Skin Resolution from Access Y. So pretty much a lot of hydrating, a lot of calming for irritated skin, and just a lot of soothing. So I think actually this category is pretty well managed. Sheet masks are like gremlins to me. If I get them wet, they just multiply. I don't know where the heck all of these came from, but I now have 36 sheet masks to get through. Apparently that one wants to go first. So I have 24 of the compact sheet masks to use for my toners that I'm trying to get through, and then I have 12 of them in the singular packets here. So I would really like to dwindle this category down to 0. However, I know I'm going to be needing my compact sheet masks to help me get through my toners, so I'd like to keep this category around just to be able to get through my toners, and then once I'm done through my toners, I would really like this category to be 0, but somehow it's never 0. These are my eye masks. I have 9 of them. I'm not really sure how I feel about this category. Sometimes I wish it was 0, sometimes I don't mind having them on hand, so I guess I really don't know what it is that I want from this category just yet. So I'll enjoy using them up, and I don't mind if it ends up being 0, but at the same time, I don't mind if I have a couple lingering. I have 17 sunscreens, which normally I would be like, oh, I love trying sunscreens. I don't mind having a large group on hand because I always go through sunscreens, but I'm feeling 17 might be a bit much. I only have one face, and I definitely need to make sure that I'm paying attention to expiry dates. So I'd really like to dwindle this down. I don't mind having a larger sunscreen collection, and I don't mind trying new ones, but I think maybe between 5 and 10 at most is probably doable, and well, actually probably more well off than doable. So I would really like to dwindle this down, make sure I use them up before they expire. That is the biggest thing, and kind of just get a feel for them. So I definitely think I can get through this, but I don't think I should have this many on hand because it is easy to forget about them. It's easy to kind of miss an expiry date, and yeah. So I think I just need to be a little bit more careful, and a collection that is between 5 to 10 would be a lot more manageable. These are my lip balms. As you can see, I still have a bit more of the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balms to kind of get through, even though I just finished one of them. They seem to haunt me in my dreams, but we'll be able to get through them. It's okay. I finished one, I can finish 4. As for the rest of them, I have a couple of chapsticks. I have a little bit of a lip oil. I have a lip essence, which is a new product to me. I think that's just a fancy way of saying a lip balm. I also have a lip mask. Overall, I would really like to dwindle this category down to maybe a variety of 2 to 3 lip products. One that I can keep in my room, one that I can keep in my desk, and one that I can keep in my bathroom. I think that would be the ideal collection, is to find whatever it is that I like and then just have 3 of them. So definitely have a lot to kind of get through and to dwindle this down a lot. And I know that those Too Faced Hangovers have at least 150 uses in them each, so I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I can definitely get a good head start on it. These are my spot treatments. They take up about 207 places of my products that I have, and that's just because I count them all individually. I got these for free either from YesStyle or from Stylevana, and I've just been slowly, meanderingly kind of going through them. I definitely prefer the more microneedle patches, like the Acropass or the treble patches. Actually, I think those are, oh no, Kyrsis or Acropass. I really like the microneedle patches a little bit better. I don't tend to use just regular silicone kind of zit patches, so I would really like to use them up and then just go on to purchase microneedling patches. So like I said, 207 of them to use up, so we've got quite a long ways to go. So I think these will be lingering probably into 2027, but that's just me being pessimistic. And then to round the inventory out, I have my cotton rounds. I got these Pyong King Yule ones free when I bought something, I don't know, maybe like a year or 2 years ago, and I haven't really used them up, so I really probably should get onto that. And then the premium cotton rounds I like to use for nail polish or stubborn eye makeup and remove it that way. We also use them to clean my dog's ears, so that's why we have a lot of them on hand. But we go through these pretty regularly, so I don't mind having quite a few of them. And yeah, this is rounding out my inventory collection, so thank you for getting to the end of my skincare inventory with me. I would really like to get a hold of my collection this year, especially in the toners and the cleansers, but I feel like that might be a 2-year ordeal, but I'll do my best this year to at least get a good head start on it. And yeah, thank you for checking in with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.